everyone, Hound here with another War and Order video. So what I want to talk about in this video is the artifacts, what exactly they are, how you can work on them, and how you can get them. So basically, if you click here and go to your artifacts, here I have a few artifacts that I've been trying to work on and develop. And it gives you a list of artifacts and you can click on them to see their special abilities. But before you get even into the artifacts, you probably have to get them. So the best way to get your artifacts is to conjure them. You end up conjuring artifacts by collecting these coins. So make sure that you collect those coins in events. If you have the monster swarm, that's probably one of the best ways of getting them. If you can get checkpoints, higher ranking in events also gives you an opportunity to get them. So when you have them, you have the option to free conjure, which gives you one, or you have the option to conjure 10 at once. So when you compare and do the math, conjuring free you only get 3 times, and then afterwards you have to conjure 1 for 10 coins, but you could conjure 10 for 90 coins. So what I like to do is collect until I have 90 coins and conjure at once, because then I have an extra ability to conjure basically, so it gives me a bigger chance. Now once you conjure a few times and you're able to get to all of these different checkpoints, you're given these soul stones, which you can also later use in the shop to basically buy a artifact fragment that you need. For example, this is something that I probably may purchase later on. I'm not 100% sure. It's something that I want to look into, but I'm kind of close to getting this, so maybe I want to go for the orange fragment. But regardless, what you can do is, if you have enough of these gold or purple ones, you could go here to the shop and purchase any of the items that you like. Now if we go back into the artifact section, what you can see is we have a few artifacts that we could look into. There's a bunch of them that I still haven't collected, which is something that I'm working on trying to collect. Mostly the items that I need, but I'm going to explain to you what my decision making is. So Excalibur probably is the one orange artifact that I would say everyone needs and everyone can get for free basically, because you get Excalibur fragments by just playing the monster swarm, which happens almost every week. So you could get like 6 or 7, 8 pieces of the fragments every week if you just complete your monster swarm, and it's not that difficult. Just if you have a solid team and you can play with them, it'd probably be the easiest way possible. Get your Excalibur, level this up. You can basically refine them when you have enough of the fragment pieces to go to the next star. If you don't have enough fragments and you want to level up, you could still level them up. And each level gives you a specific ability, but also the base stats of the item are there regardless of the level. So currently the attack boost is 8.2, but if I fortify this piece, I think this is enough for one level. Now it moved from 8.2 to 8.5, which means that leveling up these artifacts is also really important. So, because the base stats move with every time you level them up. So now I have 8.5% attack boost, which applies to all my troops. Additionally, there's other artifacts. So the reason I've moved this specific artifact to level 2, just to give you a insight into how I'm thinking, because I want to make sure that my infantry have the most HP. If I move this to level 2, I increase the HP of my infantry by another 6.5%, which is really good. The Cortana is also good because I am a mage player, so I have an increased damage against infantry, which is good because if you're attacking a person that has quite a lot of infantry, what you want to do with your mages is get rid of all those frontline troops, get them all the way to the back to break those, and then also have an extra mage attack. That's why I leveled it up. Mjolnir is probably one of the ones that I would like to get all the way to the end, but it's going to be one of the most costly ones to get because it's pretty difficult to get there. But what is really nice is once you have enough levels of this done, you could evolve the artifact. You have to get it to level 20, and you also have to get it to 3 stars basically. Once you're at 3 stars, you could evolve the artifact, and it gives you a specific ability that could be used on players, which in terms of the Mjolnir, it gives you a 6% extra damage taken for 12 hours on a defense or on a city. So you could put this on someone, and if you stack this up, you could make them have a hell of a defense if that is something that you're trying to do. But it looks like a really good option. It's probably something that I want to look into and work on further later on. In terms of this artifact, the Levitian, this is probably looks like to be the best artifact in the game. It just is super impossible to get. What I know as far as how to get this is there are specific events that only drop this, and you can't get them in aside from those events. So it's really important to get to level 40, and then later on, you source it by as it says, it's a time limited pack. You have to source later on with the fragments to level it up, because that seems to be the most reasonable way. And as you can see, it's just a really good artifact to have. It's just super expensive, so it's not for free to play players probably, but just looking at it, it seems like a really amazing artifact to have. Quite a lot of artifacts here. You have to choose and pick carefully. You have to look into the base stats, you have to look in other levels and see which one is the most better expenditure for your time, and in terms of collection, which one you want to focus on. So you don't have to just level up everything. You work on something that you need. For example, cavalry attack, cavalry HP, archer attack. This is something for an archer player who wants to play archer and cavs. So it doesn't really make a difference to me. I'm probably not even going to level this up. Now again, this one gives me depot capacity, research speed, building speed, HP boost, which is really good. It's just that by the time I get this to level 34 stars, I could spend this on something else because the difference that it makes isn't going to be massive. Still, it is a good piece that I would like to work on, but I would have to get enough materials to refine them. So for now, I just don't want to spend on leveling up, because the only difference that I get is depot capacity, and that's just something that I don't need. Now, in terms of these, the Aspis, it gives me infantry attack, which isn't something that I need, but then it also gives me infantry HP and mage attack, which is something that I need because I am a mage infantry player. So this is why this one's at level 20, and I'll probably get it to level to level 20 so that I could get the mage attack, and then further on, if I have enough of the artifact leveling, these stuff, the XP stones, I will probably level up higher. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope it kind of gives you a good insight into what artifacts are and how you can use them. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.